welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby Dupree Show. My sidekick, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we've got some more pictures and we've got some more sponsors. And let's do our sponsors right now.
I can do that
make sure
right
we
out
do
the
a good
gate.
job for
Let's talk about the medicine shop over here in town. They'll help you out at the medicine shop with medicine needs. And don't forget about them for the MetaFast meals. MetaFast meals right now, I got a bunch of friends that are on the MetaFast diet and they are losing weight and looking good. The trick with MetaFast is that you get the ready-made meals that are really good to eat. They're already prepared for you. So you don't have to go home and start hunting down this and that and try to build this meal. You don't have time for that. You're chasing the kids, you're chasing work, whatever. They can help you out with the meals. The coaching is free. All you do is buy the meals. Go buy. Dirk and Liz are both certified instructors. They'll teach you on what you have to do and how to adjust your diet. Real easy to do. Go by there. And we also, what else we got with them? They've got also, oh, that's all I got with them right now. All right. Let's go to Sears as well here in Opelousas. Sears, where America shops. You know, right now, a lot of people are changing out those nice refrigerators. I got a refrigerator that's overdue. My wife's complaining. She says, you know, it's keeping cool, but I find that some of the stuff in the back wants to freeze a little bit and not freeze, and I got it adjusted correct. It's getting long in the tooth. You can go by Sears, get all your appliances from your refrigerators, your washers and dryers, your stoves and stove tops. They've got that as well. Mattresses. Don't forget about them for mattresses right now. They got a big selection in store and all your lawn and repair type stuff. Right now, your push mowers, your rod mowers, your house washers, got all that all laid out on the floor. You can just go get them and put them right to work on Saturday morning. Go by Sears.
Let's take in a couple of pictures.
I can do that too.
This was over at Evangeline Downs.
Paul Hardy.
Paul Hardy. What he was the elected statewide official.
Was Lieutenant Governor at one point?
Lieutenant Governor,
I think so.
And
he had run for governor years ago. Lucky number 13. Nobody's man but yours. You remember that was his slogan?
No, I don't remember that part. I remember when he was elected.
Originally from Orneville. His campaign color. Show you how much I like politics. His campaign colors was orange and blue. I remember.
And quite a nice fella. I see him, you know, periodically. And a person that was in this same group. In fact, they were all together at the table, and that's Mr. Emil Barra. He is, both Paul and Mr. Emil, on the board of directors of St. Martin Bank, of which I think maybe Mr. Emil was one of the founders of the bank.
Sure.
And a real fine man, and there's no picture of him. I didn't get a picture. I don't know. We talked and visited, and maybe that's what I have the picture, but it's in my mind, and it's not being able to be passed on.
Not on the screen.
But they were having a good time, and of course, we won a race that same night with I'm Into Happy.
Oh, watch right here. There's the picture.
There's the picture right there. And we want to thank Carl, and we want to thank Mr. Joe Rink, who heads up I'm In Racing.
How about right here?
Stables.
Mr. Joe Rank in the background of a photo.
That's correct. And on the left, of course, is Babs. And all the way on the right is her husband, Jim, the Lopez's. Then next to Babs is Bobby Dupree. And next to, I guess, between Bobby and Jim Lopez is Miss Vicky Wilder. And Vicky and Babs and Jim belong to one of the parades. What's the parade that just held in Spanish Town?
A crew.
A crew.
That's what they call that, but I don't know which crew.
It's the one that they just held in Spanish Town in Baton Rouge.
Got me.
Well, anyhow, they have a blast, and they're good friends. And she also works for Summit Insurance Company. And I comment, Jim had just taken a picture of me wearing an old Summit jacket I had gotten.
Yeah.
And it's still in good shape, but she's going to try to get me a new one. A fresh one.
And that's Mr. Joe Rank in the background.
That's correct. And Joe, thanks for all the work you do.
Here's the cameraman from that picture a while ago on the right, Noel Bunal.
Yep, Noel. And of course, Noel is with marketing over at Imperial Fine Casualty right here in Opelousas. Hails from the Metairie, New Orleans area. And of course, while we're talking about the racing and everything going on, live racing Wednesday through Saturday. Post time is 5:40. So the last race is over about 10 o'clock. Real early, it runs real smooth.
You can get a bite inside the casino. After the race is over, you can go inside and try your luck?
Yeah, and there's no cost, no entry fee or anything like that. And they have valet parking for those that don't care to walk out in the, you know.
And if you have a really good time, they've got the Evangeline Downs Hotel right there. You can just crash for the night and get up early in the morning, get your breakfast, and head home.
And that's what a lot of them do.
Sure,
and we thank them for that. And thanks for coming to Opelousas and investing at Evangeline Downs Racetrack, Casino, and Hotel.
And you can see the big event center here as well, outside the window, and here's some couples.
That's Mr. and Mrs. Romero. I was talking to Mr. Romero when I was sitting at the next table. Let's see who the next gentleman. He was in the racehorse business in the bush track days.
Cool. There you go.
Nice people. And that's Mr. Fred Domang. Mr. Fred is kind of lonesome. He lost his beautiful wife a few months back, and a lot of his friends are making sure that we all go by and visit him and keep him perked up. This is Sturgis DuCoin from the New Orleans area. Very successful trainer. I've got to know him well. He wins his share of races. And this is Eddie Johnston, and Eddie, of course, is a trainer and had been training for Steve Hartman in Snakebite Kit, the horse that's won him, I don't know, maybe $250,000, maybe a little bit more than $250,000. Good morning, Steve. And now the horse is now being trained by the next, the two people right here, and that's Sam on the left, and that's the Davids, and all the way on the right in the light blue shirt is his son Sean, and he is also a trainer. They each have their own training stable, and in the middle is all of their good friend
Chad McCormick.
Not McCormick, Montgomery.
I keep saying McCormick this morning. Montgomery, Mr. and Mrs. Orell's son.
Yeah, that's correct.
Good morning,
Orell and Shirley.
I know they're watching it at home.
Oh,
for
yes.
sure. They don't miss. I don't know, man, I'm stuck on that.
And he, by the way, Chad is very good friends with Harold Foreman with Copper Crown.
Sure.
Very, very good friends. And this is a coach on the right when he was coaching is Ken Vidrine. We know Ken, of course, as the head man over at the Opelousas City Park system for many, many years, and did quite a fine job. And I got to know he and his wife by seeing them on Sundays at West End Catholic Church, Lady of Mercy Catholic Church, and he still attends there, he told me. I asked him that question. The young man with him is Donnie Midkiff. He's out of New Orleans, and Ken coached him in high school. Donnie played football, baseball, basketball, and baseball at Nicholls State on a scholarship. Right. According to Ken, Donnie made All-State in baseball while in high school, was a great all-around athlete and a real fine fella. This all took place, these pictures and the conversation here was over at the Palace Cafe Saturday morning.
Very good.
And good luck to you, Ken, on your retirement years, and also to you, Donnie.
And that's all my photos.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, good.
I want to remind folks that the Slimco scholarship application time is over, but they're going to give out the scholarships at the annual membership meeting that's on June the 1st over at the Cajun Dome at Saturday morning. They open the gates, I think, about 6 o'clock in the morning. Go get coffee, listen to music, and have a good time all day if you're a Slimco member. And also this summer, I've got a note here, the Delta Grand Theater is going to have a summer camp, and you can, they're going to have the instructor's going to be Cody Daigle, teaching about playwriting, acting, and all that right here next to the courthouse. $100 per child per week if your child's ages 10 on up, and it's going to be June the 3rd through June the 21st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. so they can learn something during the summer. Call 407-1806 and tell Miss Tammy Lamonte we said hello.
Philip Presswell reminded me, and of course I've been reminding as often as I can get to it, that the high school old-timers high school boxers getting together in Lake Charles, Louisiana for boxing. It's not a real reunion, so to speak, but it's I call those kind of luncheons a gathering. It starts around 9:30 registration, and the meeting will start at about 10 o'clock. And Don Landry, who is working to form an association of former boxers and have a Hall of Fame and the whole 9 yards, a place possibly over at in Natchitoches at the Louisiana Sports
Hall of Fame.
So Don called me this week. He talked to me, and he's really working hard to make this a reality. So if you are listening to me and you know some boxers that fought in high school, please try to get in touch with them. This is going to take place in 3 Saturdays from now, June the 1st, and the luncheon will be held at the Seafood Palace at 2218 Enterprise Boulevard. It's a Dutch treat, and I understand spouses can attend. I didn't know that in the past, but I saw there's a question mark here, but then I got a later.
You got the answer.
I got the answer from that. And of course, Nutz is working with our friends from Opelousas High in the Lafayette area, and of course we are working, you and I are trying to get the word out throughout Acadiana and wherever you might be watching the Bobby Dupree show. These are a lot of fun, and of course, let's not forget we're all getting older, and the bell rings a few times each time we have a gathering. We have that's correct. We recognize those that put the gloves on, and was so proud to be a part of the boxing community.
If you ever get a chance to go to the LSU Assembly Center, there's plaques of not retired, but recognized athletes, and of course some of the boxing plaques up there as well. People in the Hall of Fame, including Mr. Clary from here in Opelousas. It's up there on the wall. I'm
sure Christy, my second wife, Christy Bourgeois, I'm sure her daddy is on that same, Mr. Buddy Bourgeois, is also on there, I'm quite sure.
Speaking of fights, what you thought about, did you get to watch the replay of the Floyd Mayweather?
I sure did.
Mayweather?
And it was good to see that Floyd Jr. and his daddy were back together. They reconciled, and this is the first time in 7 or 8 years, I think, since that the daddy was in the corner, and you could tell they were both happy. The fight came out, he came out as a winner, of course, injured his right hand, and you said you noticed
I saw when it happened, and for 4 rounds that man fought, and the announcers never commented, the announcers never picked up on it, but you could see he was favoring that right hand and wouldn't hardly throw it, and I knew then, I said, that hand's hurt.
While we're talking about boxing, in just 3.5 months of boxing, 20-year-old Terry Abraham, age 20, has recently claimed wins in the Louisiana and Texas Championship, the Louisiana Golden Gloves, and the Golden Glove Championship in Little Rock, Arkansas, most recently in Little Rock. The team is coached by Harold Brasseur and of the Bro Brothers Creole Boxing Club. Really, they really do a great job. Shelton LeBlanc also has a boxing team that also does well. And of course, Bo Williford and his group, including Deidre, they do a great job with kids, and you know, these are kids that could maybe be getting out into trouble, but here they are, they're taken in. I know
that's the beauty of boxing, is that kids from rough backgrounds can clean up and get a good opportunity to make a living.
Many of them have done that. And in Bo Williford's club, the Raging Cajun Boxing Club, they have to maintain at least a C average or better to participate.
We got to take a 1-minute break. Folks, we'll see you on the other side.